Phillips.
Hello, Mark.
Hello.
How are you?
Good to see you. You
Good
look
to
so
see
lovely.
you. Oh, thank you.
You look. Congratulations.
Well, thank you so
Mark.
very much.
Is wait a minute? Is that the ring?
Oh, yeah, this is it.
Oh,
I just put it
my
up automatically
goodness.
going, yes, this is my ring.
That is absolutely beautiful. Man, you're not playing, are you?
No,
No.
I was serious about this.
Now, how long have the two of you been
We've been
knowing each
We've
other?
been best friends and business partners for 15 years.
Over 15 years.
Over
yeah.
15 years.
And I've
Really?
known her family for what, over 20 now?
He's
25
worked
years?
with my family and everybody for so long, actually, that I came along.
When did the friendship transition into romance?
You want to answer that, Jeffrey?
Well, I'll tell you what. Latoya had no interest in dating anyone. And it's because she was in an abusive relationship. So after that, she was kind of done with men.
Mm-hmm.
We met because I was producing a film and I thought we had a part in there that was good for Latoya, and that's how we met. Once we met, I saw this childlike person who had been through such a bad marriage, who was kind of done with the world. And I felt for her story. It teared me up. And I said, you know what, Latoya? I'm going to be there for you for life. And at that moment, we started to talk a lot, and we ended up becoming best friends. And that was almost 16 years ago. And 10 years into our friendship, because we're together every day, all day, we go to dinner together, we do everything together. I said, if we last 15 years, I'm going to ask her to marry me. And here we are.
Wow.
And I didn't know that. What a surprise. I had no clue. No clue whatsoever.
That he was going to ask you?
No, not at all. Had no idea.
Wow.
And as you could see, my father's there. He's asking my father, and my father's trying to tell me, and I had no clue.
Now you're old school, so you went to the dad first.
I went to the dad, and I knew Latoya
Do people
would
still
want me
do
to
that? I don't know if people
Well,
do it, but they should.
you know what? He knew me so well since we were best friends. We still are. That he knew that I would probably say, "Well, you have to ask my father first." And he did. He beat me to the punch with everything, actually.
And I guess since you already had a relationship with the family, that was the appropriate thing.
Oh, yeah. I knew everybody in the family. I knew Mr. Jackson before I knew Latoya. So actually, she's the last Jackson I ever met.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And, that's classic. Your dad said, sound like marriage talk to me.
I have to tell you, asking Joe Jackson to marry his daughter was harder than asking Latoya if she would marry me.
I bet it was.
Because he just knew I was going to say no. He just knew I was going to say no.
Yeah, I did think she was going to say no.
He was
Why?
so nervous.
Why'd you think she was going to say no?
Because I know Latoya. Latoya, because of her past relationship, she wanted nothing to do with men.
Yeah, nothing. Nothing at all.
And I felt that if she did say no, our friendship would be over with because she would distance herself from me.
Yeah, because I would think all this time, okay, he's like me and I can't be around this guy, or, everything would change. That's what he thought. And it would have probably.
So you didn't know he was going to ask you.
Didn't have a clue.
But were you ever thinking or fantasizing, hey, maybe this could be? Did that ever cross your mind before he asked you?
Yes, it did. And let me tell you when it did. And I say this because just before he asked me, it crossed my mind because he was encouraging me to go out and date. And my friends were, you should date, you should date. So I went through therapy and the whole bit to get over that whole mess and date. I dated this guy named George. I went out on one date, actually. And when I was with him, there was nothing about him that I clicked with.
Okay.
And I realized then that, geez, Jeffrey and I get along so well. He's everything I would ever want in a man. It made me look at Jeffrey so differently after dating him. And I said, geez, this is because it was so awkward for me with the guy and the whole bed and just little things. It's like, ew, I don't like that and I don't like that. And we're so easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's
flows
what I
naturally
realized,
together.
actually.
Yeah. It's hard trying to fit a square peg in a round hole, isn't it?
And he already knew me.
And he's right. Who's right there?
And he knew
So that had to be
everything
easy.
about me already, so I don't have to worry about, God, I wonder what he's really like, or wonder how Jeffrey is when he gets angry and get upset and all these things. I already know all those things.
And you know what? We're so close, and my loyalty has always only been to Latoya. So it messed up my dating life. I couldn't date anybody because my loyalty was first to her.
Yeah.
And the same with her. I think if Latoya would have dated somebody else, I would have been right there. And no guy's going for that.
Yeah. Of course, right. That's right. Right.
Because when I dated him, you drilled me. What did you do? What did you do? Did you hold his hand? You went on and on. Did you kiss him? All these things. And I go,
he did that?
Yeah, and I go, you know me better than that. Yeah, he did. That's when I started thinking.
Because
okay,
you know what? I've been so protective over her for so many years. I just wanted to make sure that she was aware of what she was doing. And I know she's a big girl, but, Latoya's not really hip to the street games and guys. So I didn't want this guy to be running a game on her.
Of course not.
And because she's a little naive when it comes to that, because of the way she was her upbringing.
Yeah.
And being very religious.
Yeah.
So I was being protective, but I don't
Sure.
know if it was jealous or anything.
Yeah, you're being
You don't know?
protective.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No,
You're probably a little bit
That's when he
jealous.
asked, though. When that happened, he asked.
Yeah, I'm sure he did.
Yeah, right away.
I'm sure he did.
And then, of course, at the same
Within-
time, I thought I could possibly lose my best friend because I had been encouraging her to date for 15 years.
That's risky.
Yeah. So I didn't want to lose my
You
best
were on a
friend.
slippery slope, brother.
Yeah,
You really were. Encouraging her to date.
I was.
Now, what would you have done if she'd come back and this brother was all of that, you know?
I would have been happy for
Right.
her.
Really?
I really would have been happy for her because she deserves the best. Not saying that I'm the best, but she did deserve the best because she's been through so much.
Uh-huh.
I would have been happy, and it would have taken some adjustment for me
yeah.
in my life, but I would have gone for it.
And then it was good for you, LaToya, to step out there a little and meet people and realize who you're really compatible with right there next to you.
And that's what I think the good part of it all was. And I think that's probably, this guy was so clever. That's probably why he did that. Said, go out and date, go out and date.
Yeah.
That's probably why he did it.
That's not why I did it. But
I've done that before. I told them, go
You
out and
have?
date. Yeah, go out and date. Because I knew, they would go out there and realize, I was cool. So,
well, I wanted her to do that because
I like that. I was
Yeah.
cool.
after her marriage, she thought every guy was going to be that way.
Oh, yeah, I
So I
did.
wanted her to date.
Yeah.
LaToya has
Yeah.
never really dated anyone.
Controlling, it's abusive, the whole bit. And I just assumed he's going to try to control me after a while. And of course, he's never done that. Go ahead.
So now, no, I don't want to cut you off, but you went through therapy.
Yes, I did.
Is that ongoing? Are you still having to deal with that? Or do you feel you've healed
No,
from a
I've
lot
healed.
of that?
I'm cured.
That's good.
I'm cured, and that's why he proposed to me, and that's why we're here today. I'm cured, because otherwise I
wonderful.
would have said no, not you, and not anyone else. Yeah, I'm totally cured.
Well,
Yeah,
praise
Because-
God. That's wonderful.
thank you.
Glad to hear that. And you guys look absolutely great together. So now, what
Thank you.
does anything? I mean, you've been friends. You're engaged now. You've known each other. You probably can complete each other's sentences. I'm just watching two of you here talking. I mean, this is an easy interview because the two of you can speak for each other and really do that well, and you represent each other well.
She's
and,
so cute.
and
But you're
reflect.
right. When you said that, people always tell us we complete each other's sentences. So you're right. There's nothing which probably your question is, that's still surprising us about each other.
No, what I really want to know is, what, if anything, now might change or is changing about the business relationship and going forward? I mean, you're not. It's not going to be quite the same, we know. But
Right.
do you anticipate anything changing? Do you have any nervousness about anything changing in terms of the way you relate to each other as business partners?
Do you?
Well, it's difficult doing that transition from business partner to fiance because we jumped right into it. Will you marry me? Yes.
Yeah, it was fast. It was so quick that I have to tell you, Mark, it was so quick that I said, this is awkward. It's weird, because it was strange. You know what I mean? It's awkward. It was weird. It was strange. And all of a sudden I noticed the way Jeffrey looks at me, and I go, you look at me so differently now. The way he looks at me, I see like in his eyes that glaze and the whole bit. He goes, Toya, I always looked at you that way. You just didn't notice it.
Yeah.
So it's I see differently the way he looks at me. I guess I'm more in tune now, and I'm paying closer attention as opposed to just like, okay, should we do that now, or what do you want to do? Like that.
Yeah.
Our life before was just all business
Yeah.
for 15, 16 hours a day. We own a company together. We have many businesses together, and it's always been business. So right now, I think we've been working more out of getting, taking time for ourselves as a couple instead of letting it be business all day.
Yeah, and that's important.
Yeah.
It
So
is.
you're going out on dates together. You're planning time
Well,
for the
we
two of
have
you to be
the
recreational.
Time to plan time,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
But we look at it differently. Like before, we would go to dinner almost every day, but it was like, okay, you just eat and talk about what went on.
Right.
But now it's different. It's like, okay, it's our time
Yeah.
together.
And we
That's
speak about
beautiful.
our future instead of
Yes.
what are we going to do for her in the future and what are we going to do for me in the future. Now it's together as one.
So when is the date?
We haven't set the
We
date
haven't said
yet.
it yet.
Mhm.
Everything is so rapid.
Yeah.
Yes, it happened so rapidly. But no, we haven't set the date.
Well, you know, if
because-
y'all want to, you can make it even more rap. You know I'm a minister, too.
Are you
so we can
really?
take care of this
Oh, are
right
you?
here, right now, if you
He
want
goes, we
to.
can take care right here.
So is
right
my
Do this
father.
right now. Okay, good.
And his father, and I've got so many
Yeah,
ministers in my
yeah.
family.
Yeah.
So if, y'all got a
I
notion,
like
we can just
you.
handle this right here. You
I
know?
like you.
Exclusive.
like you. No, we're going to make it a great. It's going
I'm
to be
sure it
beautiful.
is.
The wedding. It's going.
I know it is. It's
It's
going to be
gonna-
incredible.
It is.
But I think it's going to be summer of next year.
Yes.
Mhm.
Somewhere around there,
Mhm.
maybe. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you
Thank you
so
so
much.
Now, the show, Life with LaToya, the season premiere is tomorrow.
Tomorrow, that's right, at
Tomorrow.
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock.
On the Oprah Winfrey Network.
On the Oprah Winfrey Network.
It's a great season. You're going to
Yeah.
see more of LaToya than you've ever seen.
Yeah.
She really opens up this season.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're enjoying that?
I am. Believe it or not, I am.
Okay.
Because, we always had cameras with us of meeting the family, but now it's my life. And
Yeah.
your guys are right there just watching it.
Yeah, yeah. And it is very well done. I confess, all reality shows are not that way. But this is a really good one, and we learn a lot about you. And, the thing of it is, your family has always been our family. You all have always allowed us to be a part of your family,
Well, thank you.
and we're very, very appreciative of that and thankful for that. Your parents are involved in it. They're doing okay?
They're doing very, very, very well. Thank you so very much for asking.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm very happy and proud for my parents.
Yeah, love your mother. Beautiful,
Isn't
beautiful
she?
woman.
She's very
Yeah.
sweet.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, congratulations, folks, and we invite you tomorrow to tune into the season premiere of Life with LaToya, and you'll see the engagement. You'll see during the course of the season how this beautiful, and folks, these two look great. You should see this ring too. I'm going to take a picture of this and Instagram it.
Okay.
And I'm going to take a picture with you all too. Standing next to beautiful people makes you look better looking too. So I'm going to stand. So we're going to do that, do all of that. But tomorrow night, Saturday night, June 7th on OWN, the Oprah Winfrey Network, 10 Eastern, Life with LaToya, the season premiere. Congratulations to you
Thank
both.
you
Such
so
a
much.
pleasure
Thank you so much.
to meet you both. Thank
It was
you for
great
coming
speaking
in.
to you, Mark.
All right. Thank you. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Take care.